How we doing, YouTubers? Welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be talking about education and what our people are experiencing once they go to college, and after college, once they realize that they're 34 to almost $100,000 in debt. And my take on getting an education to better oneself. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. First one is debt, and many people go to college, graduate with a lot of debt, and one of the main reasons is because nowadays many people are going to either private schools or Ivy League schools, at which accumulate or acquire a lot of debt. And my thing is that nowadays you can get a cheap education with a less amount of debt if you decide to go on to a junior college or maybe a state college or a college within your state, instead of traveling outside of state or going to an Ivy League or a private school. I think it's okay nowadays to go to a college that is much cheaper, much reasonable, and you can still get a decent education. I think many people are taught from an early age that you have to go to this Ivy League student in order to do very well and become very successful in life. And nowadays, that's not even the case. You know, you have people who don't even go to college or don't even finish college and become very successful. But on the other hand, you have a lot of people who do finish school and become very successful. Like, for example, all right, you have Bezos from Amazon. He graduated from Princeton with honors, okay, and started his company by selling books online, and now look at him, you know, world's richest man. So yeah, you can still be successful without going to college, but at the same time, the ones that pretty much run this world are the ones who are educated and have money. I mean, that's the bottom line. The ones who are real at the top of the food chain, those who are pretty much running the world, are the ones who have both. I mean, you could be successful without an education, but at the same time, you could be able to get a lot more things accomplished if you have a degree or some form of education. Now, a couple weeks ago, I seen a interview with Warren Buffett, one of the world's richest men. I think he's ranked number 4. He said that education is something that should not be required in the day and age. I mean, you can still be successful without education, but yet this person has an education, has graduated from college, okay, opposed to saying, I mean, I think he was trying to say that, hey, you know, that college is not for everybody, but at the same time, I think that's kind of like a bad message, because whatever you go into, if it's into a trade, military, college, whatever it is, you still have to learn the terminology. You still have to learn the ins and outs of that particular job or career. And even if you start your own business, you have to get some form of education to be able to deal with certain situations and understand the certain lingos that they may say in the business setting. So whatever the career job or entrepreneur or business you may go into, you're going to have some form of education, some form. I mean, as years go on further ahead, whatever you do, you're going to have some form of education, because you're going to not only be competing with people overseas who have some form of education. Majority of them are coming from overseas, you have at least a master's degree. Then on top of that, you have individuals coming from other countries who are willing to work for less money. And then you also have immigrants coming here and they're working and a lot of them are educated as well, so you're gonna have to compete with them. But then on top of that, a lot of the jobs from previous years are now going towards uh, robotics. So there's a lot of jobs that have robots who are going to be taking a lot of these jobs away. So and you will have no choice but to get some form of education, be able to compete um, with the workforce in the near future. Um, Now, another thing I want to talk about is individuals who are very wealthy and their dropouts. I mean, many of these individuals who drop out are from uh, colleges that are prestigious. Like, for example, you have Zuckerberg, you have Bill Gates. Okay, now, yeah, they dropped out, but they dropped out of colleges that are prestigious. Okay, Harvard, one of the first schools created in America. All right, so they just didn't just drop out of any school. I mean, I'm pretty sure they had some form of education before they went to Harvard, and they probably realized that what they were being taught was probably something they already know, and they just took what they did know and probably meshed that together, and they was able to form their own business. So they probably had their own knowledge already with the knowledge that they received at Harvard, and they felt that that was enough to get them started. So yeah, they dropped out, but they dropped out of schools that are pretty prestigious and very well known, and that was like the first school that was ever built. So okay, yeah, so you got to give Harvard some credit for allowing them to be successful with their careers. Let me see. And at the same time, these individuals were funded and helped out by either friends or family as well. So they had some form of help to get them started. So they could probably afford to leave college, unlike many individuals who are coming from maybe low or middle class families who probably can't afford to take a risk like that and drop out of college, because a lot of them probably are the first to go to college in their families, so they can't take certain risks that some other people can. Um, and the last thing I want to talk about, no, actually, before I talk about the last thing, another thing I want to talk about is going to college and investing in yourself. You have to look at it as an investment in your future. Yeah, going to college is not guaranteed a job, a career, but at the same time, you are investing in yourself. If anyone you're going to invest in, you would invest in yourself, because in life, there's risks that you have to take to become successful in life, and those risks come with some sacrifices where you may have to go in debt. Just whatever you do, if it's not college, starting your own business, you're going to probably accumulate a lot of debt. If you don't go to college, you're probably going to accumulate a lot of debt, because if you start your own business, you got to know the ins and outs, and you have people who may take advantage of you while you're trying to start your own business. There might be some things you need to learn that may cost money to start your own business. Then on top of that, if you don't go to college, there's individuals who end up in debt when they're not in college, okay, because you have people who have mortgages, they have car loans, credit cards, these lien loans to people that charge 300%. So I think not only we need to talk about individuals who leave college and end up in debt, but also we need to start doing a documentary on individuals who do not go to college. How much debt do they end up in for not going to college? Okay, at the end of the day, because a lot of them assume that since they get their diploma, that's all they need in order to have a decent job. But nowadays, those type of jobs that they once had are going away, and it's not because of immigrants that taking those jobs. It's just that those jobs are going overseas; they're not coming back, or those jobs are being taken up by robots. So you can tax American corporation businesses overseas to bring back jobs, but they're not. even if they're being taxed, they won't be able to bring those type of jobs back, okay? Because they're being taken over, and they're no longer for the human, because it's automation are taking those jobs away. So that in yourself, you're losing money by trying to take those type of jobs that only need like a high school diploma, because they're going away. So you have no choice but to go to college and educate yourself and better yourself. At least one thing you're investing in yourself, and you know if you're gonna bet and invest in somebody, you're gonna invest in yourself. So sign on to my account, subscribe, give me a thumbs up if you have a disagreement or a comment on what I just talked about. Make sure to put a comment below, make sure to put like, and make sure to subscribe. Thank you, and have a good day.